combine, you'll see merge queries, append queries. This combine files also related to append queries only. This combine files also related to append queries only. On the whole, under combine queries, you will have two things. One is merge query. This two we call it as related to append queries only, right? What? So merge queries and append queries. If you know database, in the database we have a concept called joins. In the database we have a concept called joins. Merge queries are similar to joins. Merge queries are similar to joins. And in the database we have a concept called union all. Just give me 1 second. Fine. So in the merge queries we have a concept called joins. Joins. In database we have a concept called joins. So merge queries are similar to joins, and in the database we have a concept called union all, a set operator called union all, and append queries are similar to union all. So in today's class we'll discuss when to go with merge queries. So what is merge queries, when to go with merge queries we'll discuss, and then we'll discuss about append queries. So first we'll talk about merge queries. So in database, when we will go with joins, in database we have a concept called joins, right? When we will use joins in the database, in database we have joins. When we will use joins in the database?
To join two different tables with using some foreign key or with using some common key, we can join two tables, then we go for join tables.
Right. See, when we will go with joins in the databases, so whenever we need to get the data from more than one table in a single select statement, we'll go with joins case. So if you want to see the data from one table, select start from EMP or any table, or whenever we need to get the data from many tables. So sometimes I want to see the data from EMP table as well as DEPT table in the single output. In the single output. So if you want to see only data from one table in the output, you don't want to perform joins. If you want to see the data from only one table in the output, if you want to see, you don't want to perform any join. Sometimes we need to see the columns from two different tables in one output. When you want to see the data from two different tables in one output, you need to go with joins case. So I want to see some columns from EMP table as well as DEPT table in single output. Take an example, I want to see employee name column and I want to see location column. Basically employee in one output I want to see employee name column and location column. Employee name column will be available where? In the EMP table. Location column is available where? DEPT table. So in the single output I want to see the data from two different tables. If you want to see the data from two different tables in the single output, you need to go with what? Joins. So whenever we need to see the data from more than one table in single output, whenever we need to see the data more than one table in a single statement, single select statement, single output or single select statement, we need to go with joins. Fine guess. In Power Query, when you need to go with merge queries. Okay, in database, we understand when to go with joins. In the Power Query, when we need to go with merge queries. So sometimes when the client provided the data to you, the data will be stored in many tables case. Let me show you here. D drive, Power BI material. So something I'm opening here. When client given the OLTP systems to you, the data will be stored in many tables. When client given some data to you, when client given some data to you, the data will be stored in many tables. The data will be stored in many tables. The data will be stored in many tables. When client given the data in the data sources, the data will be stored in many tables sometimes, many tables. And they will ask you to create the reports and visuals here. Let's look at this. Look at this. The client provided one database to me, and in the database, the data is like this. In the database, the data is like this. Here, each box is one table, guys. Each box is one table. And they're given a database like this, and they're asking to create one report. And they're asking to create one report. Show me customer name, show me customer name, and show me customer address, and show me customer city, and show me customer country, show me customer country, show me customer region. So they're asking to show some columns, some data here in the report. So when you want to create a report like this, I want to take the data from how many tables here? So if you want to show customer name, I need to take the column from customers table. If I want to show address, I need to take the column from address table. If I want to show city, I need to take the column from city table. If I want to show country, I need to take the column from country table. If I want to show region, I want to take the column from region table. Sometimes when client provided the data will be scattered across many tables. So when client provided a database like this, when they ask you to create a report like this, one way what you can do is, you can load this tables as it is into the Power Pivot, and you can create the visual using 5 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using 5 tables, you can create the visuals. You can load the tables as it is into the Power Pivot, and you can create the visuals using this 5 tables. When you create any visual on more number, when you share this visual with your client, when your client open this visual, it takes time to show the data in the visual. So when these 5 tables contains huge volumes of data, when the client want to see the data in the visual, it might even take 60 seconds of time also. So every time when he open that report, he need to waste 1 minute of his time to see the data, right? So I want to reduce the time. How can I reduce the time? So I want to show the data in the visual quickly. Instead of this, what you can do is, we can bring these 5 tables into the Power Query. In the Power Query, using merge queries, we can combine using merge queries. We can combine that 5 tables into one table, and we can load one table into the Power Pivot, and we can create the visual on one table. So two approaches you have. When client provided a data like this, and when they're asking to create a report like this, one way you can load the tables as it is into the Power Pivot. You can create the visuals on 5 tables. 5 tables. And another way, you can load the table into the Power Pivot. You can bring them into the merge queries. You can combine the 5 tables into one table. You can load into the Power Pivot. On one table, you can create the visual, guys. Both the ways are possible. So which one is better? When you create a visual on one table, it will not even take 5 seconds of time here to show the data in the visual. When you create a visual on 5 tables, every time when my client open this visual, at the run time, it need to join this 5 tables data, it need to show it. It is never recommended to create the visuals on more number of tables. So keep in mind, when you are working in the projects, it is never recommended recommended to create visuals using more number of tables. More number of tables. When you create the visuals using more number of tables, you will find performance issues. Then, so okay, you are telling that it is not recommended to create the visuals on more number of tables. When client provided a data in the source, and when the data is there in more tables, what I need to do? I need to bring the tables to Power Query. I need to join all the tables into one table. I need to load the table. I need to create the visuals. I need to create the visuals. This merge queries will help you. Take an example, click on new source, click on Excel, desktop backup, source files, EMP, DEPT, click on open. I have EMP table, DEPT table and managers table, EMP table, DEPT table and managers table. So I can press OK, I can bring the three tables. I can load the three tables as it is into the Power Pivot, and if required I can create the visuals using the three tables. So I can load the three tables, and you can go to the Power Pivot and you can establish the relationship between the tables. You can go to the Power Pivot and we can establish the relationship between the three tables. Right. Once we establish the relationship between the three tables, we can start creating the visual using three tables. I'll go and create some visual here. In this visual, I'll show employee name. Who is the employee? Employee name, I want to drag it from one table, and I want to show in which location that employee is working, and I want to show what is the manager for that employee, manager name. So you created this visual using three different tables, guys. Three different tables. This is one way. If these three tables contains huge volumes of data, when you share this visual with your client, every time when my client open this visual, it will write a query on, and it will write the query on three tables, and it will join that, and it will try to bring the data, guys. It takes time. It takes time. Instead of that, what we can do is, instead of loading them as a three different tables, you can create one table, and you can load as one table, and you can create the same visual on one table. Let me show you how can I create it. So I'm seeing when I create a visual on three tables, I'm seeing some performance issues. So I want to create this visual on single table. Let me show how to create the visual on single table. Let me go to Power Query, click on transform data. I can combine these two tables data into one table. There is an option called merge queries. You have merge queries and merge queries as new. I'll discuss about them. For now, let me go with merge queries as new. I want to join EMP table with the DEPT table based on a common column called department number. I want to join kind called left outer join. Press OK. We'll get a new table which contains both the columns from EMP table and DEPT table. Just go towards right, expand it, and select what columns you want. The same way, in expand, I don't want DEPT column here. I just want dname and location column. And same way, I want to join this result to the managers table also. Select EMP table, go here, merge queries as new. I want to join EMP DEPT table with managers table. Sorry guys, select this. I want to select merge queries. In the merge queries, I want to click on merge queries as new. I want to join EMP DEPT table with managers table based on a common column called manager number column and manager number column, and join kind is what? Left outer join. Press OK. Press OK. Just scroll right, expand this, and select the manager name column. Press OK. You got the manager name. Now this is the table which contains EMP related data, DEPT related data, and managers table related data. All the three tables data. Now you don't want to load any of these tables. You can stop loading them. I want to load only one table. This table will contain all the data from these three tables. Basically, I don't even want to load this table also. How to stop loading them, we will even see. Click on close and apply. When you click on close and apply, you'll get one table where you can find, all the columns which you need. You have EMP tables in the same table. You have DEPT related columns in the same table, and you have manager or related columns in the same table. Now, to create this visual, you used three tables previously: EMP, DEPT, and manager. Now, to create the same visual, I don't want to use three tables. I can go and use only one table. Let me go and use a visual here, and I can go and drag employee name column, location column, and manager name column. Look at this, both the places the data is pin to pin same. Only difference is this we created on three tables, this we created on one table. This we created on one table. Now, which one will show data? When I save this report, when I save this report, when I share this report with my client, in which visual you can see the data quickly? I can see the data in the second visual quickly, guys. You can see the data in the second visual quickly when compared to first visual, right? Right. Now, let me even show you practically. When I go to view, there is a performance analyzer. When I go to performance analyzer, start recording. So I'll refresh the data and the visuals. Go to the home tab, just click on refresh. When you click on refresh, you can see, or just you need to click on refresh visuals. That's it, guys. Refresh visuals. Let me go and do it again. So it is running in the back end. Let it run first. Let me close this. See, so I'll go here to the view tab. There is an option called performance analyzer. Start recording. You can click on refresh visuals. When you click on refresh visuals, you can see, guys. So one of the data it is showing in 251. To show the data in one visual, how much time it is taking? 251 milliseconds. To show the data in another visual, how much time it is taking? 359 milliseconds. So you are seeing the difference. So in one of the when you copy the query, so when you go here, you can even see a big query there. So it will try to join the tables from multiple tables. It will try to join the multiple tables, and you will see a big query here. Big query. So, and if you go to this, when you go here, when you copy this query, you'll see a small query. So let me open another notepad, and let's write this query. You'll find a small query here. So when you create a visual on one table, see how much small query, and it is even taking less time. When you create a visual on more number of tables, you'll see how much big query it is writing, right? So when you create any visual on more number of tables, so to show the data here, we are able to see it in high level. So when I create a visual on less number of tables, it is just taking 251 milliseconds. When I create a visual on more number of tables, it is taking this. So you have less volumes of data here. So tomorrow when you join in the companies, you will have more volumes of data. That time you will find it will take a lot of time. So that is the reason it is never recommended to create the visuals on more number of tables. Whenever your client provided the data in more number of tables, don't create them, don't load them, and don't create the visuals on more number of tables. Better bring the tables to Power Query, join the tables, and let's load few tables into the Power Pivot and start creating the visuals on few tables, right? So I hope you understand what is the use of merge queries. When the data is stored in many tables in the data sources, bring the tables to Power Query. When data stored in many tables in Power Query, when data stored in many tables in Power Query, sorry guys, in many tables in data source, bring the tables to Power Query. Join the tables using, join the tables using merge queries, join the tables using merge queries, and load less number of tables into the Power Pivot. Less number of tables in the Power Pivot and start creating the visuals case. So always we need to store the data in the less number of tables in the Power Pivot, and we need to create visuals on less number of tables. Fine. So when I try to join the tables in the Power Query, when I click on transform data, when I try to join the EMP table or DEPT table, when I go here, when I click on merge queries as new, I'll talk about them guys, merge queries or merge queries as new. When I click on merge queries as new, when I try to join EMP table with DEPT table, so it open a window called merge window. It is asking to select tables, which tables you need to join, and it is asking to select matching column. You need to go and select what is the common column here, and you need to select join kind here. So department number and department number, and the default join kind is left outer join, but we have multiple joins. So how do you know what join we need to choose here? So how you will decide which join I need to use? So how you will decide which join we need to go with? Tell me guys. So on what basis you will tell that I need to go with left outer join, right outer join, or full outer? There are different types of joins, join kinds. So what is the join I need to use? How you will decide? Someone please tell me.
Suppose in both the tables we have any common ID, based on that we can get, based on common ID we can get the data from other tables also.
Yeah, department number is a common column. I selected it. How do you know that which join I need to use here? How do you
Why
decide?
you in left side join, we have to, in which table we can get majority of the columns, and in which table we can get a single column. That depends on that we can use this joins.
Depend on the visuals, we need to take the data and do
Right.
that.
Let me write here. So how you will decide which join I need to go with is based on what output I need from these two tables. I need to go and choose the join guys. So let me write here. There are different types of joins. So there are different types of joins, like first one is cross join. I'll write it here. Second one is inner join or equi-join. So some people will call it as equi-join also, or natural join, inner join, equi-join, or natural join. And third one is, so all these are same guys, synonyms, different names. And left outer join, and fourth one is right outer join, and fifth one is full outer join, and sixth one is self join. Like this, we have different types of joins. So how can we decide which join I need to use? So whenever I need to bring the data from two tables, table 1 and table 2 are there. When I need to bring the data, when I need to show the data from table 1 and table 2, I said that in one output, when I want to show the data from two tables, I said that I need to use joins. Okay. So now the question here is, you need to use joins, you'll get it. So when you go with joins, there are different types of joins. While writing the join query, how come you know that I need to use cross join here? I need to use inner join here. I need to use left outer join here. I need to use right outer join. How come you know means? So from these two tables, what kind of output I need? From these two tables, if I need only matching records, from the two tables, if I need only matching records, I need to go with inner join. From the two tables, I want matching records and non-matching records. I want to go with some other join. So based on what output we need to show from these two tables, we need to choose the join type case. Based on the output we need to choose the join types. Sometimes clients will ask you to show only matching records. When clients are asking to show only matching records, we need to go with inner join. Sometimes clients will ask you to show matching records as well as non-matching records also. That time you need to go with outer joins based on output we need. Output we need. We need to choose join types. Based on output we need to choose join types. We need to choose join types. Joining the two tables in the Power Query is a matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes, guys. So joining the tables in the Power Query is a matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes. When I want to join EMP table and DEPT table, you can just go to here, merge queries as new. I can select EMP table and DEPT table. I can select a common column and I can select the join kind here. And as soon as I press OK, you'll get the result. It's a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. Only thing you need to know is when I perform inner join, what kind of output I'll get. When I perform left outer join, what kind of output I'll get. When I perform left outer join or right outer join, what output I'll get. So you need to understand that. First, so I'll take some two tables and I'll explain about each join. I'll explain about each join. So I'll take some two sample tables now. Let me go here. I'll take some two sample tables. So let's just give me just give me 2 minutes, guys. I have some problem with my laptop. Just give me 2 minutes. Fine. So somewhere I have Power Query. I'll copy this. I listed different types of joins. Fine. Till here I discussed. I'll copy paste it here in our notepad. So I discussed what is merge queries and when you need to go with this, what are the different types of join types you have, and how to decide which join to use. Based on the output we need to choose the join types. Fine, okay. I'll take some two sample tables here, EMP table and DEPT table. I'll explain about the join types. I'll explain about the join types now. So let me have two tables here. I have a table 1 and table 1 have some data and table 2 have some data here. This is the table 1 EMP table. I just taken two sample tables here, and in the two sample tables, EMP table is one which contains 4 rows, 4 columns and 4 rows I have, 4 columns and 4 rows I have, and there is another table called DEPT table. In the DEPT table I have 3 rows, 3 rows and 3 columns. I have some table here. First I'll try to explain when I perform any join here, what output you will get, we'll see. So you need to understand guys, here I said that in Power Query, joining the tools is a matter of 2 minutes. So only thing is there, when you are joining the tables, you need to know when to choose which join type. So when you choose inner join, what output you will get, you need to know. When you choose left outer join, what output you will get, you need to know guys. Let it open. So when your Power BI desktop closed unexpectedly, you'll get an option called View Recovered Files. So the software was closed unexpectedly, right? This was the one. Click on Open. When you click on Open, so you can open the one which was closed unexpectedly. This is the tables you have there. This is the report which you worked on. So it was closed unexpectedly. Now you got it. You got it, guys. You got it, right? So you got it. Click on Transform Data. Here, as I said, to join the two tables, it doesn't take much time. To join the two tables, it doesn't take much time. The major thing here is you need to understand when you select any join type here, what kind of output you will get, you need to know. When I select EMP table and DEPT table, when I select the common column here, when I select left outer join, what output I'll get? When I select inner join, what output I'll get? I need to know. So to explain it, first I'll discuss about cross join. When we do the cross join between these two tables, what output you will get, I'll explain now. We'll go and discuss what now first? Cross join. Cross join. So when you need to go and use cross join or Cartesian join. Cross join or Cartesian join. Let me write here. So whenever we need all the combinations of data, we need to use cross join. I'll explain. Whenever we need all combinations of data, we need to use cross join. Now I have 4 different employees. We are operating from in 3 different locations. So in each employee can work on 3 different locations. Sunil can work on Hyderabad, Sunil can work on Bangalore, Sunil can work in Pune. So each employee can work in 3 different locations. Like that 4 employees are there. 4 into 3 combinations is how much? 12 guys. 12. 4 into 3 equal to 12. When you want 12 combinations of data, you need to perform cross join or Cartesian join. Let me explain. we open SSMS. So I'll even explain in the database also. What is the database query to join these two tables? Cross join is select. You can write select emp dot star. Select emp dot star. Emp dot star means all the columns from emp table. Comma emp dot star. When you write, all the columns which are there in the you can mention the column names. It is taking a lot of time. Fine. So this is the server which I want to connect. Click on connect and click on new query and choose the database where you need to write the query. There is a database with the name employee database. So employee database is the place where there are databases. There is an employee database. In the employee database is the place where I have EMP table and DEPT table. So I want to write a query here. Select star from EMP. When I write select star from EMP, it will show the data in the EMP table. When I run this, it will show the data which is there in the EMP table. I have 15 different rows, 15 employees in the EMP table. Same way when I write select star from DEPT, select star from DEPT, it will show select star from DEPT, it will show what is happening. Select star. When I select star from DEPT, it will show how many rows you have in the DEPT table. So I'm operating in 4 different locations and totally 15 employees are working. I want to see all the combinations of data. So each employee can work in 4 different locations. I want to see all probabilities of data. Whenever we need to see all probabilities of data, we need to perform which join? Cross join or Cartesian join. So cross join also call it as Cartesian join, guys. Inner join also call it as what? Inner join, equi join or natural join. Different names. Natural join, different names will be there. Inner join, equi join, natural join, different names are there. Right? So now let me write here. I want to show the data from 2 tables, all the combinations of data. The output I need is all the combinations of data. So when I need all the combinations of data, you need to perform cross join. I said that the cross join syntax is something simple like this. You just want to write like this. When I write this, EMP dot star, all the columns from EMP table, DEPT dot star from EMP comma DEPT. It will perform cross join between these 2 tables. So 15 into 4, 60 records you will get it. When I run this query, how many records I got it here? 60 records I got in the output. 60 record, totally 60 rows you got in the output. Right. So how you are getting 60 rows? What happens internally means, so if you don't want all the columns in the output, I don't want all the columns like this. In the output, I want only few columns. You can mention that columns what you want. So now it will give all the columns from EMP table, all the columns from DEPT table. If I don't want it, I need to mention that columns. Select what columns you want. Select employee number, comma employee name, comma job column. What columns you need in the output, you can mention it, guys. So I want employee number employee name, salary. I don't have job also. I want salary and department number column from EMP table, comma, dname and location column from DEPT table. Dname, comma, location column from DEPT table. From EMP, comma, DEPT. Now, when I run this query, so will this query will execute or not? So when I write employee number, employee name, salary, department number, I want from EMP table. Dname and location I want from DEPT table. When I run this query, will it execute or will it throw error? Means it will throw an error. So when I run this query, it will throw an error. Basically, I want employee number, employee name, salary and department number from EMP table and dname and location from DEPT table. I write, instead of writing emp.start, DEPT.start, I am mentioning column names. This query will return error. So why this query will return error? There is no route. When I run this query will return error. Why? What is the problem means? When we need to bring the employee number column, the employee number column is available in only EMP table. You mentioned two tables, EMP table and DEPT table. Employee number column is available only in one table. It is not available in DEPT table. When you want ename column is also available in only one table. When you want salary column is also available in only one table. When you want department number column, the same column is available in EMP table as well as DEPT table. So when you run this query, the problem where you will get is with the department number column. When you run this query, look at that, you'll get an error. Ambiguous column name, department number. So the same department number column is available in EMP table as well as DEPT table. So Power BI does not know from which table you are expecting it. So from which table you are expecting that department number column? I want the department number column from EMP table. You need to mention table alias. When you have the same column name in two different tables, you need to mention table alias EMP dot department number, guys. You need to mention table alias here. Table alias. So now when you run this, it will execute. EMP dot is nothing but a table alias, guys. Table alias. Now will it execute means it will comfortably execute now. Right. You need to write the query like this. This will give an error. The error you will get is column ambiguous error, column ambiguity error, column ambiguity error. Column ambiguity error. 1 second, guys. Column ambiguity error. So now if you want to rectify that error, you need to mention table alias here. EMP dot is nothing but table alias. Okay, guys, let me save it here. You need to mention table alias. Okay. Now when you run this query, how this query will execute internally, I'll explain. So if you look at this, I taken some two sample tables. When I run this query, how internally this query will execute? Let me copy this table from here to here. When I run this query, what happens internally is, so in the select statement, what is the first table you mention? So it will go to the table. I mentioned EMP table. In the first table, it will go to the first row, guys. It will go to the first row. First row will go to the first row. First row will go to the first row. You will get the output. What are the columns you are expecting in the output? In the output, I am expecting employee number, employee name, salary, and department number column. These columns. Along with these columns, I need department name and location from DEPT table. These two more columns I am expecting in the output. Okay, fine. Now, so how the query will run is on these two tables. It will go to the first table and it will take first row. First row will go to first row. Just give me 1 second, guys. First row will go to first row. First row will go to first row. and it will give the data. When first row go to first row, so cross join will blindly give the data. For first row, what is the employee number? 1001. For this first row, what is the employee name? Sunil. For first row, what is the salary? 1000. For first row, what is the department number? 10. For the first row here, what is the D name and location? Sales and Hyderabad. Important. Just try to concentrate, guys. So what internally will happen, joins are important. So when you go to interview or so when you are working, joins are important, guys. You'll get D name and you'll get location. So once it is done with first row, then first row will go to second row, guys. Then first row will go to second row. So first row will go to second row and you'll get the data again. So when first row goes to second row, for the first row the values are same again. And blindly, one row from the first table will go to all the rows
Muted.
table. You'll get all the combination of data. Sunil can work in Hyderabad. Sunil can work in Bangalore. Sunil can work in Pune. And once we are done with first row with the 3 rows, then it will take second row now. It will take second row. Second row will go to first row. Second row will go to second row. Second row will go to third row. You'll get 3 more rows again. And once it is done with second row with all the rows in the second table, it will take third row. Third row will go to first row. Third row will go to second row. Third row will go to third row. You'll get all the rows again. And then once it is done with third row, it will go and take fourth row. Fourth row will go to first row. Fourth row will go to second row. Fourth row will go to third. And you'll get 3 more rows. Like this, 4 into 3. Totally how many rows you will get? 12 rows in the output. Whenever you need to get all the combinations of data, what join you need to use? Cross join, guys. Cross join. So in the real time, cross join will be used rarely. There is no doubt. Even 0.01% also, we don't use cross join. We don't use cross join. Then next one is inner join. When we need to go and use inner join or equi-join or natural join. The second one is inner join or equi-join or natural join. When we need to use it, let me write here. Whenever we need to get only matching records, whenever we need matching records, we need to use inner join. So inner join will give, let me write in simple words, it will give matching records. What is matching records? So first of all, to perform inner join, you need to have a common column in the table, guys. So I want to join MP table and DPT table. I want to perform inner join column. Common column here is department number column. Let me go here, click on merge queries as new. When I want to join 2 tables, EMP table and DPT table, I need to choose a common column here, department number column and department number column. A common column. You need to have a common column. Now you need to join using this 2 common column. Now tell me, guys, I'll go and rename this column to department ID. Department ID. So these 2 become invalid, no problem. I already joined with department number column, right? They'll become invalid, no worries. I'll change it again. So now can I go and join in, perform inner join between EMP table and DEPT table? Do you have common column in this table? 2 tables? Do you have common column or yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So still we have common column, guys. So common column means not the name of the column. So common column means the data under that column should be same. Even department number and department ID are common columns. Why? Because department number contains values like 10, 20 and 30. Department ID contains values like 10, 20 and 30. You can even perform inner join here. So common column between the tables means the data under that column should be same. The data under that column should be same. So it is not mandatory that you need to have same names. So when you want to perform except cross join, to perform any other joins here, we need to have a common column. To perform cross join, tell me guys, do we need any common column? To perform cross join, we don't need any common column, guys. You don't need. But to perform other joins like inner join or left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, other joins, we need to have common column. So we need a common column to perform inner join, to perform joins, guys, to perform joins. Fine. So what is the syntax for I want to get matching records from EMP table and DEPT table? What is matching records? You will get it. From EMP table and DEPT table, I want matching records. When you want only matching records from EMP table and DEPT table, how to write the query? Same guys, select what columns you want from EMP table and what columns you want from DEPT table. So till here, the syntax is same. What columns I want from EMP table, what columns I want from DEPT table. And from EMP, you want to write like this, from EMP, so previously I write just comma DEPT. When it is cross join, fine. So when it is not cross join, you need to mention join type, EMP, join type, DEPT. You need to mention join type here, DEPT. So join type, I want to perform inner join. The join type is inner join, DEPT. So I want to join EMP with DEPT, the join type is inner join. Why I choose inner join here? I want matching records. My client is expecting to show matching records. That is the reason I choose inner join here. And I said that, so you want to write matching condition. Okay, you are telling matching records. Based on what you need matching records? In EMP table and DEPT table, I want matching records. Based on what? Based on EMP dot department number equal to DEPT dot department number. You need to write the join condition. We call this as join condition. We call this as join type. We call this as join type. We call this as join condition. I want few columns from EMP table, few columns from DEPT table. I want matching records. That is the reason I am choosing inner join. And when you tell that you want matching records, based on what join condition? I want employee department number equal to DEPT dot department. This is the inner join query, guys. When you run this query, what output you will get is, you'll get only matching records. Previously when you run this query, you got 60 records. So when you run this query, you'll not get 60 records. You'll get how many records here? Let me run this query. When I run this query, it will give only matching records. Sorry guys, so I can run this query here, execute. So it is just giving 14 rows. 14 rows. Let me explain what happens internally. So when you run this query on these two tables, what happens internally? Let's see. Same two tables. On the two tables I run this query. So I'm expecting these columns in the output. The columns are same. In the output, what columns I need is same. Now when you run this query, how it will execute is, again same thing it will happen, guys. What is the first table you taken here? EMP table. In the EMP table it will take first row, guys. First row will go to the first row in the DEPT table. This time when first row goes to first row, it will not blindly give the output. It will check this condition now. For the first row, department number is 10. EMP dot department number is 10. For the first row, DEPT dot department number is again 10. 10 equal to 10, is the condition true? True. When it is true, you'll get that record, guys. When first row goes to first row, the condition is matching, you'll get this record. You'll get this record. So and then department name and location is what? Sales and Hyderabad for first row. So the same way first row will go to second row this time again. First row will go to second row. When first row goes to second row this time, for first row department number is 10, for second row department number is 20. 10 equal to 20. Is the condition matching here? False. When false, you don't get this record. You don't get this record. And then first row will go to third row again here. 10 equal to 30. Condition is not matching, you don't get it. When it is cross join, when first row goes to here, you got 3 records. So when it is inner join, when first row goes to all the 3 rows, you got only 1 record. Wherever condition is matching, so it will show only matching records. It will give only matching records, guys. Fine, we are done with first row. For all the first row, you got only 1 record. And once we are done with first row, same thing happens with second row. Second row will go to first row. Condition is not matching. 20 equal to 10. You don't get it. Second row will go to second row. It is matching here. 20 equal to 20. You'll get this record. And second row will go to third row. It is not matching. You don't get it. So when second row goes, how many rows you will get? Only 1 row you will get in the output. When second row goes, you'll get only 1 row. So when second row goes to second row, you'll get the values. So for second row, what is the department name and location? HR and Bangalore. So once it is done with second row, again it will take third row. It will take third row. Third row will go to the first row. It is matching. 10 equal to 10. You'll get this record. Third row will go to the second row. It is not matching. Third row will go to the third row. It is not matching. We'll get how many records, guys? Again, I'll get only 1 record for third row. So you'll get this values. You'll get this record. You'll get this. And when third row go to first row, only here it is matching. You'll get sales and Hyderabad. Sales and Hyderabad. And next. So next it will take fourth row. Fourth row will go to the first row. It is not matching. 50 equal to 10. Fourth row will go to the second row. It is not matching. 50 equal to 20. Fourth row will go to third row. It is not matching. Do you get this record? Means no. We don't get this RAM record. Why? Because there is no matching department number here. So when you perform inner join here, how many records you'll get? I'll get only 3 records. Between these 2 tables, I have only matching records, 3 records. Then I'll get in the output only 3 records, guys. So whenever you need only matching records, you need to perform inner join, guys. I clearly shown it. I taken some 2 sample tables. When you perform inner join, how internally they will join and what data you will get in the output. Whenever you need this kind of output, you need to go and perform inner join, guys. This is the database syntax. Whenever you need all the combinations of data, you need to go and perform cross join. About remaining joins, we'll stop here. We'll continue from here in tomorrow's class. Remaining joins, we'll discuss in tomorrow's class, guys. Before we stop, anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Fine, let me publish it. Let me add a text box. I'll save this as desktop. Merge queries class 1. The report name I'm giving is merge queries class 1. So I'll discuss about merge queries for total 3 hours, guys. Important concept. We'll discuss. Click on save.